Education, popularly known as DME. I am here as a host for this webinar. I welcome Preeti Goel ma'am, Principal Sun Valley International School, Vaishali, Ghaziabad. She is the founder principal of the school. Welcome Preeti ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Over to you ma'am.
Yes, children. First of all, I would like to thank Delhi Metropolitan Education for organizing this webinar for our children. And the topic chosen is very apt because children often are confused what they are supposed to take in 11th and 12th. And we as teachers are guiding them. But still, if it comes from the horse's mouth, I think it's going to make a difference. You people are dealing with such kind of children after 12th, you provide them education. So it is better for children if they try to take the choice. Sorry. Yes, sir. Good morning. I would like to first of all, I would like to thank DME for organizing this webinar for our children. It is, and the topic chosen is very apt, as I often see children are confused about the choice of subject stream in 11th and 12th. And when they are not able to make the right decision, the entire life they are going to suffer. And later on, they say that we would have done this instead of this. So when DME approached me, when Mrs. Shalini approached me for this, I really liked it. And I thanked her for organizing this webinar for our children. Because we try to guide our children, we tell them, but when it comes from the horse's mouth, it's going to make a difference. You people are handling children, you people are providing them quality education. So when you are going to tell them that which stream is good for them, or according to their choice, they should choose what they like to become in their life, they should choose accordingly, then it is going to make a difference. Because at this age, in 9th and 10th, and when they come to 11th and 12th, they are being pressurized by their parents as well as the peer group, because my friend has taken science, I should also take science. But maybe I'm not having that aptitude. Still, I take that and then I suffer later on. So this is a webinar, and I think Dr. Ravikant Swami, he is the director of this college. So just a higher personality, he is going to take up the session. So I think my children are going to get the benefit. Yes, children. So one thing, what I would suggest, listen to sir carefully. Okay, better, he has taken out his precious time for all of us. He has organized this seminar for all of us. So we should utilize our time and we should take the maximum out of it. The takeaway should be 100%. And it will only happen when you will listen to him carefully. Okay. So don't do like this, that you have logged in and then you are not there. Listen to him carefully. It is for you. It is going to help you in choosing your stream in 11th and 12th. So maybe you are in 9th right now, but maybe next year in 10th, and it's hardly 1 year you have to decide. And it takes time also. It takes time, right, beta? So you understand, talk to him afterwards, because right now you have to only listen. Got it? Whatever he says. But then he'll give you some question answer session time also. So listen to that, and then you can put up your questions. Maybe later on also I'll talk to them. Even right now you're not able to ask anything. Later on, if you would like, you can contact me and I can contact them and we'll give you your answers. Right, children? So it is a very nice webinar. I know that. So listen to me carefully. So I won't be taking much of the time because we should start immediately. Thank you. I would like to thank the management of DME for organizing this seminar for our children. And special thanks to Mrs. Shalini also, because she coordinated with me. So I am not able to see is she there or not. I am thanking her also. And yes, Dr. Swami, you can start with your seminar, whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you to the entire team of DME.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that audible?
Yeah, just a second, sir. Thank you, Preeti ma'am, for such nice words. I welcome you all on behalf of DME for this webinar on choosing stream after 10th, taking an informed decision. First, let us start with introduction of DME. Delhi Metropolitan Education is a premier educational institute affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi, and approved by Bar Council of India. At DME, we provide first-rate infrastructure with strong academic facilities to render a dynamic grounding for success. The schools and academic programs here are DME Law School, BA LLB and BBA LLB integrated program, DME Management School, BBA Bachelor of Business Administration, DME Media School, BJ MC, Bachelor in Journalism and Mass Communication. Today, DME is conducting a webinar in collaboration with Sun Valley International School, Vaishali, Ghaziabad, on choosing stream after 10th, taking an informed decision. It is a dilemma for most of us whether to take science stream, commerce stream, or art stream. This webinar will try to provide clarity for this question by giving you insight of these streams and their future prospects. Now, I would like to welcome and introduce the speaker of today's webinar, Professor Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME. Sir has an overall experience of 24 years in teaching and administration. He has done his PhD from University of Rajasthan. His thesis was published by Lambert, Germany. Over to you, sir.
Okay. So, Rimsu, you can mute yourself, and yeah, Roli, please see that everyone is muted. So, students, good morning to you all. It's a nice Tuesday morning with that Tufan Taute reaching us. So showers are there. It is controlling the heat. In today's session, first thing is that please assume that your time is not going to be wasted, because this is a general assumption among the students. So in today's session, what we are going to do for students of 9th and 10th is that we are going to discuss with you the subject streams and then what are the options thereafter. Right, students? What we are going to discuss is what are the subject streams available in 11th, which you can opt for, and then what are the options thereafter. Right? So I'll start by sharing my screen. Yeah, Rimsi, my screen is visible. It's visible. Okay.
Yeah, it is visible, sir.
So students, in the coming 35 minutes, I'm telling you it's not going to be a long session. So it's just going to be 35 minutes. We are going to talk about how to choose a subject and what are the criteria or the parameters by using which you can choose a proper stream in class 11. Okay, so we start like this. Well, those who are in 10th and those who are in 9th, every time this question is running across in your mind. This way, that way, another way. Science, biology, maths, commerce, arts. If arts, kya subjects lene? All this is going on in your mind. So presently, students, those who are in 10th, is this the situation of your mind? Obviously, this is the situation. This way, that way, where to go? Someone says, go this way. Then you start thinking, oh, let me make this decision. Now, under such a situation, we are going to talk about, means we are not going to be judgmental. I'm not going to tell you that this stream is good, this is bad. I'm going to tell you that stream A, biology, these are the options available. Stream B, maths, these are the options available, so on and so forth. This is what we are going to talk in the coming 33 minutes. Okay. So, while you make a decision in class 11th. Do not think in a way that, okay, in 11th, I'm going to choose this stream. That's a wrong way of deciding. The correct way of deciding is that today is 2021. You think where you are going to be in 2022. Make a picture of yourself. Everyone, please, all the students at your homes today, make a picture of yourself. Consult your parents. Make a picture of yourself where you are going to be in 2022. A student who is in 10th will choose a stream, and then in 2022 he is going to be somewhere. So make a picture of yourself. Either you will be studying the biology books, or you will be studying the accounting, debit, credit in 2022, where you are going to be, what you are going to be doing. Then next, don't stop there. If you are choosing a stream today, maybe biology or maths or whatever, make a picture of yourself in 2028. If you choose a stream today, where you are going to be in 2028, that is the question which we need to answer today. You are not going to answer that question in 2028. That will be too late. Then what further? Where you are going to be in 2034, where you are going to be in 2040. If you will answer these questions, the picture will be clear which option you should take in 2021 or 2022. So this is the way you should think, rather than thinking which option to take. All options are good. No option is bad. But then think in this way. If you opt for, say, X option, where do you see yourself after 1 year, after 5 years, after 10 years, after 15 years? Make a picture of yourself and things will be clearer. This is a proper way to decide. Not like this, that, okay, that person has taken biology, let me also go for biology. Please don't do like that. Okay, moving ahead. These are the streams available after 10th. Traditionally, what do we call them? We call them medical, non-medical, right? Then commerce, humanities, what we call arts. And then there is a direct option also, that you can enter directly into a professional technical course after your 10th. Without going for 11th and 12th, you can directly enter polytechnic diploma or something like ITI. So this is what we are going to discuss. 5 options are available after 10th. Means in 11th, 5 options are available. You have to choose from among these 5. And in today's communication, we are going to tell you what are the pros and cons of these 5 courses of action. And then in the end, obviously, we are going to take up questions and answers. I believe in my previous session, the question and answer session was so long that eventually it went on for almost 45 minutes. So I'm hoping good questions today also. Okay, students, so make this picture in your mind. Bio, maths, commerce, humanities, polytechnic. Let us start with biology. When we talk about biology, very good options are available. And friends, I can simply tell you that with COVID, the world has been taught a lesson. The governments across the world have learned a lesson, and that lesson is invest more and more in the health infrastructure. So therefore, when we talk about opting for biology in class 11th, what are the fields available? So you will be doing 11th, 12th in biology. What after that? So after that, the options available, the first option is the pharma sector, the medicine sector. It also includes the surgical items, the instruments used for operations and all that. So pharma sector is a big sector. Number one is a sector which is recession proof. Whatever recession may happen in the market, but pharma sector will never face a recession. And then when we talk about pharma sector, what comes to your mind? You can get a job in Cipla, you can get a job in Escorts Hospital, in Max Hospital. And when we talk about hospital, you know, doctor is one part of the hospital. There are so many other activities. And pharma sector is a huge and growing sector. So after, if you opt for biology, you can go for D Pharma, you can go for Bachelor of Pharmacy, and you can take the pharmacy line. I can tell you it's a field in which in the coming 20-30 years, governments across the world are going to invest a lot of money because this is the lesson learned from COVID. The next option is nursing. Yes, some people think that, oh, nursing is a job having a not so good profile. But I can tell you, well, across the world, you find Indian nurses in the Gulf region. They are very popular, Kerala's nurses. Then in developed nations like Europe and America, Indian nurses are very popular and very good paying jobs. Don't consider nursing as an inferior option. Nursing is not an inferior option. Nursing is something which assists a doctor. When we talk about biology, don't think that doctor is the only option. There are so many other options. One of them is doctor. So generally people, I find parents saying, no, no, my son is not going to take biology. My daughter is not going to take biology because becoming doctor is very difficult. I'm surprised. Doctor is just, 5% of the options available after taking biology. So pharma sector is one, nursing is another. Then we can divide biology further into two parts, zoology and botany. Zoology means what? Zoo. Have you ever visited a zoo? Yes, you have visited a zoo. Okhla Zoo is near your school's location. So zoo means animal. Zoology means study of animal, and botany means study of plants. So within biology, there are two different streams, zoology and botany. You can become a botanist, you can become a zoologist. And the last option is MBBS. Yes, for students who are extremely bright, MBBS option is also there. So that's all about the options available to you if you opt for biology, what we call medical in colloquial language. Come to the second option. The second option, what do we call? Maths or non-medical. Now, when we talk about maths, what comes to our mind is engineering. Yes, we are going to talk about engineering, but my dear friends, my dear students, there are many options available other than engineering also. Yes, I agree that if you opt for science mathematics, then engineering is the major option available. I'm going to talk about engineering, but before that, let me talk about the other options. If you go for science maths, you can go for BSc Physics honors, BSc Maths honors, BSc Chemistry honors, and then you can go for MSc, and then you can have a career. Similarly, after non-medical BSc, you can, after non-medical 12th, you can go for BCA, then you can go for MCA. That again is a very good line. And CA means computer applications. So computer applications again is a line which is upcoming. I'm just going to talk about that. Coming to the major option, if you go for science maths, is engineering. And engineering, let us try to understand little bit deep into what engineering means. I have divided engineering into various parts. First is computer science, IT. Second is electronics. Third is what we call the field or the hard branches. The hard branches are mechanical, electrical, civil. And then the last types of engineering is the hybrid or the new streams like mechanical plus electronics, mechatronics. Then food technology, biotechnology, nanotechnology. These are aviation. These are new branches of engineering which are becoming popular. Now, coming to the branches of engineering, yes, I agree with you. I can strongly advise you that computer science and IT are going to be the branches of the future. Why? Number one, digitization is just, whatever digitization has been done in this world is probably 1 or 2% of what it should have been done. Or in other ways, what I'm trying to tell you is that what is the amount of digitization done in India? Say, for instance, in India, very few things have been digitized. Say, for example, land records, not yet digitized. So many things which are yet to be digitized. And who's going to lead that digital move? Computer science and IT engineers. Obviously, students, COVID has given a big boost to the computer science and IT option, because after COVID, computerization, digitization is going to take the lead because people are not going to move, at least for coming 20-30 years. The world is not going to be the same again. Therefore, computer science and IT branch of engineering is something which has the brightest future in the coming 10, 15, 20 years, or maybe 30 years. The second branch of engineering which we are going to discuss today is electronics. Electronics is again, electronics, how do I explain it? Like television, like mobile, these are electronic items, and therefore electronics is again, uh, electronics is again, again a branch which is going to grow, which is already growing. Talking about the traditional branches, mechanical, electrical, civil, these are the field branches. These are the hard branches of engineering, which generally girls do not opt for. Mechanical means working, means production part. Say for example, there are Dabur. Dabur is a company close to your school. So Dabur manufactures Chyawanprash. So there are various machines which manufacture. That is what we mean by mechanical engineering. The people who are controlling those machines are mechanical engineers, right? Then electrical, yes, electricity is there. In my home, your home, electricity is there. So those who are managing this distribution of electricity, the production of electricity, are electrical engineers. Civil engineers are those who make the bridges, roads, etc. So this is about engineering. If you opt for science, maths, yes, engineering is a big area wherein there are various fields available. Computer science, IT is the major area, and then there is electronics, and then mechanical, electrical, civil. These are other areas. Then there are the new areas like mechatronics, like food technology, then biotechnology, etc. That's all about science, mathematics. I would not stop here for questions, because I would, students, I request you to please jot down your questions, and we'll be taking up questions in the end, because I don't want to disturb the rhythm of this lecture. So what we have talked about till now, out of 5 options available after 10th, we have talked about 2. One is biology, second is maths. Come to the third option. The third option is commerce. Yes, commerce is again a good option. In 11th, you can choose commerce. Thereafter, you have either you go into the accounting line or you go into the finance line. Some people assume that accounting and finance are same, but my dear students of class 9th and 10th, I can tell you a very simple statement which can differentiate between accounts and finance. And the statement is, finance begins where accounting ends. So accounting is about recording, finance is about using that data. So an accountant will prepare the balance sheet, P&L, ledgers, journals, everything, cash flow, fund flow, and a finance manager will use that data to get a loan from the bank. So if you go for commerce, you can go for BCom, MCom after 11th and 12th. And yes, accounting and finance are also having a huge scope. Say for example, stock markets, the banking sector, the insurance sector, means all these sectors are there, right? uh, Next is the humanities option, which your principal madam told me that it is not available in your school. But then when we talk about humanities, I must tell you that humanities is an area which has taken a bad back seat during the past 3 decades or so. Why? Why am I saying that humanities has taken a back seat? Humanities has taken a back seat for the simple reason that in 1991, this country went for globalization, liberalization, and privatization. After that, the need for professional courses is there as compared to academic courses. When I say professional and academic, yes, BA is a academic course, BBA is a professional course. So I'll just tell you what is the difference between a professional and an academic course. But before that, I can tell you that humanities generally go for academic courses, and after liberalization, globalization, privatization, the demand for academic courses has reduced a lot, and the demand for professional courses has increased a lot. If you go for humanities, yes, economics is a good option to go for. Political science, history, English literature, geography. These are some very good options in which you can make a career. Say, for example, if you go for economics, then analysis, jobs related to analysis, generally they take students from history, from economics. If you are opting for history, then you can get a job in Archaeological Survey of India. Such jobs are available. You can become an historian. If you go for political science, then yes, politics is a great field. You can enter politics. Also, you can become an MLA or MP. But for that, political science is not an essential. Is not an sine qua non. It's not that it is essential. But yes, political science gives you knowledge about the country's politics, the country's political system, how a democracy operates, so on and so forth. If you opt for English literature, then yes, teaching jobs are amply available when we talk about English literature. English teachers, good English teachers are rare. So if you want to become an English teacher, then you can go for English literature. If you have interest in geography, you want to become something like a cartographer or a geographer, then you can go for geography. In humanities, there are many, many other options available. What are those options? Sociology, psychology, anthropology, all these subjects are also available in humanities. But to conclude the discussion on humanities students, I must tell you that the number of jobs after humanities is less because of liberalization, privatization, globalization, because LPG has led to a demand for professional courses vis-a-vis academic courses. The last option is that you you do not take any subject in 11th. You are not taking any subject in 11th. You don't opt for biology or maths or whatever. You directly enter into a professional course. This is what we call polytechnic. It's a very good option because after doing a 3-year diploma through polytechnic, then you can come to engineering and complete your BTech, right? So polytechnic means, please try to understand this point. Polytechnic means that in 11th, rather than choosing school, you choose a polytechnic college, right? So after 11th, in 11th, you don't choose maths or biology or commerce or humanities. You directly opt for a branch of engineering. So in that case, you take admission in a polytechnic college and you directly enter into a professional field. Say, for example, you take admission in polytechnic in a computer science branch, then directly after 10th, you are studying what? Computer science engineering. Similarly, you can go for electronics or mechanical. But the beauty of this option, the importance of this option is that a student takes hold of his career right after 10th. That is very important. Why? Because some people say that why to waste time in studying physics, chemistry, maths in 12th? Let us directly go for a option. But in general, in India, this option is not very popular, I can tell you, because parents want that their children should first go for 11th, 12th, and then they should go to college. Okay, in this option, you directly go to college after 10th. Now comes a very important point. So students, just to recap, we have talked about 5 options. First, we talked about bio as an option and the jobs available thereafter. Then we talked about science mathematics and the jobs available thereafter. Then we talked about commerce, we talked about humanities, and then as a 5th option, what is there on the screen, we talked about polytechnic. But then I need to tell you something very important now. What is that? Stream neutral professional courses after 12th. There are so many good courses for which no stream is essential. No stream is essential. Stream neutral. You may be a student of biology, maths, commerce, whatever. Still, you can go for these professional courses. What are these professional courses? The first one is the integrated law courses, BA LLB. BA LLB means you get 2 degrees in 5 years. One is BA, another is LLB. Second is BB LLB. You get 2 degrees. So 5-year integrated after 12th, I am calling it stream neutral. Stream neutral means whichever stream you have taken in 11th, whichever stream you studied, you may have studied anything in 11th and 12th, you can go for these courses. These courses do not demand for any stream. They don't say that, say for example, you want to take admission in BCom. The condition is that you should have 11th and 12th, you should have taken commerce. But for BBA, BA, LLB, nothing is required. You may be from any option, A, B, C, D, E, whichever options we have discussed. You may have opted for anything in 11th or 12th. You can go for these courses, and I call them stream neutral. No stream is needed. So integrated law courses are very popular in Delhi region and throughout India these days. BA, LLB, BB, LLB, etc. Whichever stream you have taken in 11th and 12th, you can go for these courses. Then we have the management courses like BBA. Yes, you can go for BBA. You can become a manager. You can join the insurance sector, the banking sector. Any corporate you can join after BBA. And for BBA, you don't need, there is no requirement of any specific stream in 11th and 12th. Stream neutral, please remember. Then media courses, Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Comm, etc. These are stream neutral. Anybody can do BA, GMC. You may have studied anything. Then there are options like CA, means Chartered Accountant, CS, Company Secretary, CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. All these options are stream neutral. You may have done anything. Yes, for CA, obviously we need in 11th and 12th, you need commerce, but for CS, CFA, nothing is required, whatever you may have opted. So please, we have talked about stream and the options thereafter, but we have also talked about stream neutral courses. I can read your mind, students. The question which is coming in your mind, I'm going to answer that question now. I'm moving towards the close of this lecture. Maybe 5 to 6 minutes are left. So this is the question in your mind. Which stream is best for me? Yes, I know this is the question in your mind. And let me answer this question. Well, my dear students, in all these streams, 25% students are very successful, 25% are fairly successful, and 50% are successful. Or in other way, I am saying that you may choose any stream. Success is not a guarantee, or in other way, success is going to be there if you are working hard, right? I think this slide is, again, I'll repeat this. You may take any stream. In all the streams of this world, 25% students are very successful, 25% are not successful, and remaining 50% are moderately successful. This is what happens in this world. So therefore, which stream is good for you? I'll say all these streams are good for you, provided you have these three things. This is the concluding slide. What is the formula for success? Stream is not the formula for success. You may choose any stream, but what you need is knowledge, skills, and attitude. If you have knowledge, skills, and attitude, you may choose any stream. Success is yours. And if you don't have these three things, you may even go for IIT. I know 30% products of IITs do not settle down in their careers. You know why? Because they are very intelligent, they have 95+%, but they do not have the right set of knowledge, skills, and attitude. So therefore, to conclude today's this program, I must say, to conclude today's lecture, I must say that choosing a stream is fine, but then whichever stream you choose, if you have the right set of knowledge, skills, and attitude, jobs are waiting for you. Thank you. Thanks from my side. We can take up questions, Rimsi, if you permit. Yeah. How do we take questions? Rimsi, you need to open the chat box.
So students can send their questions in the chat window. It will be visible to the hosts. Students, if you have any questions, please send your questions in the chat box.
Yeah, students, I hope today's session was helpful for you to choose the right stream. Now, this is the time to ask questions. If you have any question, then please write down your questions in the chat box. Or we can unmute you. You can ask the questions.
Sir, I have received a question from Sudhiti. The question says, which institute is best for commerce?
Well, it depends on the percentage which you possess, and if you have got very good percentage, then there are two organizations which are known to be the best in India. In North India, it is SRCC, Delhi University. Shri Ram College of Commerce, Delhi University is number one when we talk about BCom honors or commerce stream. When you go to south, down south, Loyola College, Chennai is something which is known to be the best, not in India, but also in Asia, when we talk about commerce. You must be knowing Indra Nui, the very popular CEO of PepsiCo. She did her BCom from Loyola College, Chennai only. And from Shri Ram College of Commerce, people like Arun Jaitley, they did their BCom honors. So yes, these are at the top if your percentage is 95 plus. Talking about other institutions, you are asking for BCom or BBA or what? If we talk about BCom, then Delhi University, the North Campus colleges, all of them are very popular for commerce, be it Ramjas College or Hindu College. These colleges are very popular for BCom honors. And if you talk about BBA, then in that case, IP University again has got many good colleges. Yes, Roli?
Sir, there is another question from Suyash. I want to become an aerospace engineer. Which subject or topic should focus more?
Okay. So, yes, aero or aviation engineering or aerospace engineering is a line which is fascinating young people a lot because Kalpana Chawla was an aerospace engineer from PEC, Chandigarh. So, well, if you want to go for this line, then obviously you have to go for science mathematics in 11th, and thereafter 11th and 12th with science mathematics, and then you can go for JEE, the All India Engineering Exam for engineering, and you can take admission in aerospace engineering in any college in India or abroad.
There is a question, sir. What is the process for lateral admission to regular BTech course in IIT after diploma?
In IIT, no. Well, students, look, lateral entry is the fifth option which we talked about today. If you go for Polytechnic after your 10th, then 3 years Polytechnic and you can get lateral entry in BTech. But lateral entry is not available in IITs. It is available in all the government colleges. But in IITs and NITs, lateral entry option is not there. Rimsi, there is some disturbance at your end.
Just a second.
Okay.
Sir, there is another question.
Okay,
says,
I'll just complete. So lateral entry is a good option in the sense that you pick up your line immediately after 10th. You go for, say example, you go for Polytechnic in computer science, 3 years there, and then you get admission through lateral entry in any BTech second year in computer science. So that is what we mean by lateral entry. So for lateral entry, 10% quota is available in all the engineering colleges across India, but in IITs and NITs, lateral entry option is not available.
Yeah,
Okay,
Roli,
yeah, Roli, please.
yes, sir. If there's a question that for a media related course, what we have to do?
Well, as I said, media is a stream neutral course in the sense that whatever you may opt in 11th and 12th courses of media, you can always do. But yes, to answer your question, I can say that people who want to make a career in media do not go for something like science, mathematics, or biology. They typically go for humanities, and in humanities they take subjects like history, political science, etc. Because a journalist needs to have such background. Say, for example, a journalist must have a background of political science because that kind of reporting is there. If you want to be a sports journalist, then in that case, with any stream you can go. But then in that case, things like maybe psychology are good for you. So if you want to go for a course in journalism, which is yes a stream neutral course, any option is okay, but preferably humanities are better. And within humanities, subjects like political science, economics are better, so that the reporting, you can become an economic reporter, or you can become, generally people become a political reporter. Okay. Yes, Rimsi?
So there is a question. There is always an collapse for NEET entrance exam. So we should only opt for MBBS, or should we take BMS and dental?
Yes. Uh, well, students, I must agree with you that there are various streams in medical line also. One is the allopathy, wherein MBBS is the needed degree. Then you have Ayurveda, the typical Indian style. Then you have homeopathy, the German style. So all these medicinal lines are available, but I must give a fair opinion that yes, allopathy is something which is doing well. Ayurveda and homeopathy means they are branches, but unfortunately they are not doing well. Probably because their impact comes a little late. Uh, in case you have, say, any simple problem like asthma, you take a allopathic medicine and you are fine within hours of that. But if you go for an Ayurvedic treatment, it may take 2-3 days, and obviously we don't have patience. A person who is sick doesn't have patience. So therefore, if you are going for NEET should be the top option, with MBBS as the first option. And then, yes, dental, Ayurveda, homeopath, these are second options, not the first option, because allopathy is something which is in the highest demand. Yes. Rimsi, you are muted.
Sir, there is a question: which stream we have to take to become IAS, IPS?
Okay. Uh, well, if I tell you that many IITians are IAS, what would you understand? So for becoming IAS, IPS, or to generalize, you are talking about UPSC. So students, let me tell you about UPSC. UPSC is the highest level of exam being conducted in our country, and UPSC has got around 800 seats, and the merit list comprising 800. Generally, the first 100 in the merit, the first 25 people go for Indian Foreign Services. The next 100 odd people go for IAS. The next 100 go for IPS. The next 100 go for Indian Revenue Services. They join income tax or customs, so on and so forth. So for that, for UPSC, yes, I must say UPSC is an exam which is stream neutral. I know people who are engineers. They never studied history or sociology, but in UPSC they opted history, and they performed very well. So UPSC is something which is obviously stream neutral. Uh, you may take any stream. You may go for engineering. You may go for MCom. You may go for MA, and then you can fight this UPSC exam. In UPSC, typically you have to choose subjects. So if you are hardworking, any subject is okay for you. In general, science subjects are not opted by people in UPSC. Say, for example, I've hardly seen anybody opting zoology or botany in or chemistry in UPSC. Even the science students, they opt for history or sociology or anthropology in UPSC. Or even for engineers, physics and maths is a very good optional while fighting the UPSC exam. So I'll say UPSC is stream neutral.
One more question is, sir, I want to become a government officer. Which stream should I take?
Well, government officer means you are talking about this IAS, IPS is one part of UPSC. That is the highest kind of exam. Then there are so many other government jobs, say Delhi government, UP government. For all these government jobs, my dear students, there is an exam which will not talk about any subject. That exam is going to talk about GK, about English, about reasoning. So if you want to prepare for government jobs, you start preparing GK, English, reasoning, whichever stream you take, doesn't matter.
Sir, is commerce necessary for CA?
Yes, commerce is necessary for CA. If you want to pursue CA, then you should have commerce at 11th and 12th. And for CA, there is something called CA Foundation, which means as soon as you clear your 12th, you can appear for CA Foundation and you can do your CA parallel to your BCom. Got the point? CA can be done parallel to BCom. While doing your BCom, you can go for CA Inter, and while you complete your BCom, after that you can go for CA Final. Yes, for CA, taking commerce is necessary. Although in my slide I put it in stream neutral, please delete that.
Sir, one more question. Which stream should we take if we want to become a teacher?
As far as the demand for teachers is concerned, yes, at the school level, the demand for science and commerce teachers is very high as compared to humanities teachers. Well, among the humanities subjects, if you want to become a teacher, economics and English literature are two subjects which can help you become a school teacher. And I must say, school teaching is excellent. School teachers are very well paid these days, very good, decent jobs. So if you want to be a school teacher, then science maths is something which is in huge demand. Good teachers of mathematics are never available. I am yet to come across a very good teacher of mathematics. Then in physics, chemistry, school teaching is very easy. The tuition business is very good when you opt for this physics, chemistry, maths. Biology somehow is not doing very well in schools, but it's okay. Then commerce is also doing well in schools, and arts, of course. When we talk about arts, then art subjects only economics, English literature, political science are available in schools. Subjects like sociology, psychology, Sanskrit are not being taught in schools as an optional subject. So if you want to become a teacher, school teacher, go for science, mathematics, PCM. And if you want to become a college teacher, then all these courses, MBA, law, journalism, you can do these courses. You can go for MCom, become a college lecturer. You can go for MSc Physics, become a college lecturer, so on and so forth.
Sir,
Yes.
One more question. If I want to become something related to bank manager, which stream should I take?
Well, I'll say that if you want to join a banking job, then you go for BBA, which is a stream neutral course. But generally, students from commerce are opting for BBA. So commerce, then BBA, and then you can easily get a banking job. Banking is a very fancy option, I believe. Everyone has in mind that, oh, bank is something, a very good job. People will come to you and request for something. So banking is obviously a growing sector. I can tell you 8% of India's GDP is contributed by banking sector alone. So this sector obviously is an emerging sector. It's going to grow in the future. Yes, MC.
Any other questions, students?
I'll just check the chat box. Okay. Okay, which stream is best for becoming a lawyer? Well, as I said, for becoming a lawyer, these integrated courses are stream neutral. But I find that generally students who are pursuing BA LLB, BBA LLB are students who opted for humanities in 11th And in humanities, they opted for political science, history, economics, and then they went for BA LLB or BBA LLB, and they became good lawyers. So if I have to suggest, yes, humanities is good if you want to become a lawyer, but not in a very strict sense. It is stream neutral. Please understand, law is a stream neutral course. Anybody who has done anything can go for a law course. After 12th also, after graduation also. We are getting so many questions. I think Rolly, you need to help me now. You can summarize the questions, because how many questions we can take up now means, of course, we can devote time today and take at least 5-6 more questions. Yes, Rimsi, you can pick up the important questions and ask me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So there's another question which has come, that to join politics, which stream should I choose?
Okay, I'll quote a very typical example, my dear students. If you want to join politics, let us talk about the politicians which have ruled countries across the world. You talk about Barack Obama, he did LLB. You talk about Mamta Banerjee, she did LLB. Okay. You talk about Kamala Harris, the newly appointed Vice President of United States of America. She is LLB. Then you talk about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was LLB from London. You talk about Mahatma Gandhi. He was LLB. You talk about Jawaharlal Nehru. He was LLB. So if you want to join politics, my answer is LLB. And when I say LLB, these days after 12th, we have BA LLB, we have BBA LLB. So immediately after 12th, you start studying law. So my answer to the question is, if you want to join politics, law seems to be the most suitable option. Across nations in the world, lawyers are the people who are joining politics and are successful in politics. I've quoted so many examples. Okay, next.
Sir, one more question is, sir, please tell which stream and college is best for NDA.
For MDA.
NDA, sir, National Defense.
Okay. Well, students, now NDA is something for which you need not go to college. There are two levels at which you can join the defense forces in our country. One is after 12th, second is after graduation. So after 12th, we call it NDA, National Defense Academy, Khadakwasla, Pune. And after graduation, we call it CDS, Combined Defense Services, or OTA, Officers Training Academy, right? Now, try to understand this. If you want to join defense, then for NDA, well, for NDA, the written test of NDA comprises what? GK, maths, and English. And yes, NDA is stream neutral. Obviously, NDA is stream neutral. People from science, maths, commerce, anyone can prepare GK, English, maths, and go for NDA, right? If you want to go for CDS, means if you want to become an defense officer after your graduation, then again it is stream neutral. Yes, if you want to join Navy or Air Force after NDA, then in that case, science maths is needed in 11th and 12th. I repeat, in the defense forces, there are three wings: Army, Air Force, Navy. For Army, stream neutral, absolutely stream neutral. Whatever you may have taken in 11th and 12th, you can clear NDA and join as an Army officer. You can join NDA. But if you want to join Air Force or Navy, science maths is compulsory in 11th and 12th. Okay.
Next question is, sir, if we want to choose Polytechnic after 10th, so which college are best? Which colleges are best?
Well, my dear students, you just go and type on Google government polytechnic colleges in Delhi, government polytechnic colleges in Haryana, in Uttar Pradesh. You will get a list. Then you type another thing, private polytechnic colleges in UP, in Delhi, in Haryana. You will get another list. So large number of polytechnic colleges are available, and you can go for any of them. Well, in the Indian context, a situation is such that students prefer government polytechnic colleges to private polytechnic colleges. That's the kind of situation which prevails in India, maybe because of the government colleges having a better infrastructure and a low fee structure and good teachers. So for if you want to go for polytechnic after 10th, then in that case, you just type on the Google polytechnic colleges and you can find, and the general perception is that first students opt for government polytechnic colleges and then they go for private polytechnic colleges. As far as stream is concerned in polytechnic, yes, computer science, IT are doing very well these days, because in the post-COVID era, digitization is going to come up in a big, big way. IT companies, I can tell you, they are recruiting like anything these days. So this trend is going to continue for another 20, 25 years. And if you talk about the past 20, 25 years also, yes, I must say that computer science, IT, electronics, these are the branches which are at the top in terms of getting employment. Yes.
One more question, sir. Which stream is good for Air Force?
Okay. Now, for Air Force, as I said, science mathematics is best for Air Force. For Air Force, science students from science mathematics are, it's a compulsory option. You can join Air Force only if you have science mathematics. So that's the answer. Science mathematics for Air Force.
Sir, next question is, which college is best for B Pharma after graduation?
You know, again, I'll say students, there are so many colleges and we have a two-tier structure. One is the government colleges, then the private colleges. So government colleges, as I said, are perceived, are considered to be little better because of better infra and low fee structures. So for pharma, you can Google it out, which college is good. The government colleges are generally preferred, and then come the, then are the private pharmacy colleges.
So that is the all questions from my side.
Okay, Rolly, any more questions before we
No,
close?
sir. No, sir. No other questions.
Okay, so thank you from my side, students, for being good listeners. And whenever I have large number of questions, I'm satisfied that, okay, my lecture is successful today. Thank you. Over to Preeti ma'am.
Yeah, Preeti Sharma ma'am, am I audible to you? Is there Preeti Sharma ma'am? Yeah, is there Preeti Sharma ma'am? Am I audible to you?
Preeti ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. I've made you the co-host. You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible? I believe I'm audible now. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
audible.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Rimsi ma'am. And thanks. I would like to pay my heartiest thanks on the behalf of Sun Valley family and to Delhi Metropolitan Education to host such an informative session and fruitful as well for our children in taking an informed decision. Thank you so much. I believe that children would surely get the benefit out of this session. And there had been so many queries also. I believe that these queries have been solved regarding their selection of the stream after 9th and 10th. And this has been a very informative one. And sir has almost cleared not only the children's doubts, as well as I would like to say that teachers' doubts also, so that we can also guide the children and we can give them the best options about their future prospects. So thank you so much, sir. And I would also pay my thanks again to take out such your valuable time, precious time for our children and thinking about their future. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, team. Preeti ma'am, principal ma'am, please.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And I think even children have understood so many things and they've learned so many things today. So let us see, but we'll be in touch. If any queries are going to come to me, I will be forwarding it to you so that you can always give us suitable answer for our children.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes.
So before we conclude today's webinar, I
Yes.
would like to thank our Vice Chairman, Sir, Mr. Aman Sahni, Director General, Sir, Retired Justice Bhavar Singh, and Director, Sir, Dr. Ravikant Swami for their unconditional support. I would also like to thank Dr. Shalini Gautam, ma'am, who organized this webinar and coordinate the things in this difficult time. I would like to thank Preeti Goyal, ma'am, Principal, Sun Valley International School, Vaishali, Ghaziabad. I would like to thank Director Sir, speaker of this webinar.
Yes.
Thanks to Roli ma'am for back-end support and the lovely audience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.